Welcome to the Joyous Kingdom. In today's video, we are going to be doing the NFT tier video. I'm not going to be doing it the way everyone else did. I'm going to try to put my own spin on it like I always do. I'm going to go through the top 100 NFTs of all time, and I'm really only going to speak about projects that I've either done a full review on, which is probably most of these, or I know something about. If I don't know anything about it, I'm just going to skip over it. So if you're excited to get into it, if you like NFT and crypto content, smash like in this video and subscribe to the channel. We have NFT content, business content coming out every single fucking day. Podcasts and interviews with so many project founders. It's ridiculous. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. Make sure you're in my Discord down below in the description if you don't want to miss out on any of the alpha. As you know, the goal of this channel is to instill the knowledge and confidence it's going to take to navigate this metaverse on your fucking own one day. So that sounds good to you. Let's get into the video. So because these are the top NFT projects of all time, I'm going to have an A and an A minus, a B minus, a C, and a C minus. CryptoPunks, because of its historical relevance, I'm going to give it an A minus. The thing is, I think that any project back in the day could have been the CryptoPunks. I think Gary Vee probably brought most of the attention to it, and it became what it became because of the people he got involved into it. So it's not going to get A category because of that reason. I think it could have been any of those projects. Next up, we have Bored Ape Yacht Club. Gonna have to give that an A just because of what they've done in the space, how they kind of came out of nowhere. They bought the IP and they bought everything behind CryptoPunks and Meebits, but basically made them a monopoly in the space. They've hired out competent teams, they've hired out strong people, they developed hype, they developed the coin, they're developing the metaverse right now as we're speaking, and they're getting better each time. I feel like they had a crappy other side launch, but now they're like involving the community with their new metaverse, and I think it's a great idea. I think they're getting better, and that's what I really look at for projects that are trying to do stuff. Are they getting better over time? So the Bored Ape Yacht Club system, the Bored Ape Kennel Club, the Mutant Apes, the Bored Apes, I'm gonna give that an A. Now, they could absolutely be the Yahoo and disappear in the next few years. It could fade. Who knows? Next, we have Artbox Curated. This one's tough because it's not like they're just kind of conglomerate that represents all these artists and stuff. Because of that, I think it's really cool. I don't know enough about art blocks to give a full rating though. Number 6, Azuki. C. Not a C minus. I'm going to give it a C. I don't think there's anything special about it. There's multiple anime projects. I think they did a good job at NFT NYC. I think they've done a good job. But the project founder came out and lied, and then after a few months came out and told him the truth about his past in Web3. I think that was kind of stupid, and I have no idea why the floor is still at 10 ETH. Honestly, it's not to spread FUD. I just don't get it, and I have no idea why this project over Oni1, over a multitude of Web3 anime focused, Japanese, Asian culture stuff. I don't know why this one stuck. I just still don't know. Clone X, I'm going to give this one a B because I don't think it quite has earned the reputation of A or A minus yet. I don't think they've done enough. I think they are bought by Nike, so that's a great bullish sign for the future. I think they will do cool stuff. There's nothing particularly interesting about the brand that makes me super excited to join in, other than the fact that it's acquired by Nike. That's the only thing really that they're running on. If they weren't acquired by Nike, it probably wouldn't even be on this list. Okay, Decentraland and the Sandbox. I'm gonna skip over these because we don't know enough about where they're gonna be, and they have so many NFTs within their ecosystem. And as a metaverse is cool, but everything on their ecosystem right now sucks. So I just don't think we're far enough along the lines of metaverse style projects yet to completely categorize Decentraland and the Sandbox. I couldn't put I couldn't put this into a category yet. So in a future episode when the metaverse is much more closer, I'll be able to actually identify whether or not these are cool. Right now, they're just the only ones that really exist. If I had to, I would just give them a B minus, I guess. Next up, we have Moonbirds, started by Kevin Rose, pushed and pumped by a lot of big influencers in this space. I'm going to give this a B. I just don't think there's anything particularly incredible about it other than the fact that it just got a bunch of hype and attention and people bought it for a lot of money. It's still sitting at a 20 ETH category. I think as far as hype, they've been able to control the narrative to be a top tier project, but people kind of just said it was A. People just kind of put it at the top because of what its stature in the space. I don't think that's enough. I think hype fades over time. I think he'll do well. I think Kevin Rose is a great dude, and I think he's got a strong reputation and credibility within the space. I'm just going to give it an A minus or a B. Let's see. You know what? We'll give it the benefit of the doubt. We'll give it an A minus. I just haven't seen enough. Their oddities, it's whatever. They did this drop of another project that was whatever. People who got the Silver Nest got a bag, and I was just kind of what the fuck? So yeah, I changed my mind. B. Next up, we have Doodles. I think they've done an excellent job. I made a review on them a long time ago, back when they were at 1 ETH, and I said the one thing they need to work on is their brand and story to get people to actually care about the art. The art is so good. If they can add something that's going to add an emotional layer above it, they're going to crush it. Literally a few weeks later they did, and they went to 12 ETH or something like that. So I think Doodles has gotten better over time. They've got a strong Web3 native team. I've done the podcast with Jordan Castro. I'm one of the founders. I'm sure you've seen it. And I think they have a lot of room to run, and they have, I think, the best chance of crossing that next border into true blue chip category. I'm going to give Doodles an A. 12, we have Meebits. I don't know jack shit about this project other than the fact that it's bought by Yuga Labs, so I can't even give that a category. 13, Cool Cats. I really like Cool Cats. I have a gut feeling with Cool Cats. I'm not a holder. I just have a weird gut feeling. I think there's something there. I just don't think they've done a great job so far. They've just kind of relied on the hype of being Cool Cats. So I'm going to give it a B. I think it could potentially get to the A- category with time. I just don't think they've done enough yet. Next, we have Rareable. Don't know enough. Loot. Don't know enough. World of Women. They are, without a doubt, the strongest project looking to build and push the narrative of women in this space. They've got a ton of support. I think they've done a great job. I'm going to give them an A-. 18, CryptoKitties, super OG project. I hope you've seen that podcast I did with the founder, Mac Flavel. I think he's a great dude, really cool guy. I like the concept of CryptoKitties. I think it was funny. They got 2 million NFTs in them. So I'm going to give it a B- because they did something before anyone else was doing anything, and they didn't have any idea, and they kind of just like did all this stuff, and it was cool. I like them. I'm going to give it a B-. I don't think it's done anything extraordinary, and I don't think they suck. So it's a fair rating, I feel like. 19, Cryptodes by Gremplin. I'm giving this a C-. Painfully overrated. They've always been overrated. You guys know my thoughts on Cryptodes if you've been following my channel for a long time. I called them out on their bullshit a long time ago. I don't understand what it is that, other than just the hype and the fact that a lot of people bought in at a very high price. I think that's the only reason that people want this project to do well, is because they want to get rid of their fucking bag. That's my opinion on it. I should probably do a review on their project though. Next up, we have Parallel Alpha. This is a trading card style game. I have done a podcast with one of the guys in their team before. I think they have a really cool idea. It's just going to be about pushing this brand and narrative, right? The one example I can think of is like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, how can you get people to care about the game of Duel Monsters? You do a show, you get characters, you get some lore, you get some story, you get relationships to build on, people to care about in it, doing the game, and then people want to play the game. That's where I think Parallel Alpha could really take off. So I think if they worked on that, they could definitely get to the A category. For now, I'm going to give them a B-. 21, Super Rare, don't know enough about that. Beans Official, don't know enough about that. Next up, we have Pudgy Penguins. I don't quite understand the hype behind this project. Their project founder has rugged. He's taken lots of money out multiple times. They've had endless FUD, yet they keep coming back. I think it's just a fucking... I think people are just holding on, hoping that they can get out of the project so it'll pump back up so they can sell. I just don't understand what it is about this project other than just the collectability behind it that makes it so interesting. I have no interest in it. I'm going to give it a C. V Friends by Gary V. This one's very tough because if Gary V gets hit by a bus tomorrow, I don't know how strong V Friends will be, and I don't know how long they could last, honestly. But based on the way they've done everything, the type of project they are, the only promise being that Gary V one day wants to build them into be the next Disney. He's already put on VCon, which I heard was a huge, massive success. Everyone loved it. They had a great time. I'm going to give V-Friends an A-. I think they've done a lot of great things, and I think they've stayed true to the brand. They're working on toys. They're just getting better and better and better each month. So that's the main reason. They've got Web3 native people on the team who work with him. Gary V is one of the fucking pioneers of NFTs and stuff like that, so I think it's just a strong play to bet on him. Next, we have Hate Beast, Hate Prime, the most hyped project of all time that just cascaded straight downward right after their mint. Hate Prime for me hasn't done anything yet. They've just got promises so far that they're trying to build on, but they were just built on hype, and that's the way that they marketed the project, and then that's kind of what happened. That's why they've seen such a dump. For Hate, I'm going to give them a C. It's not personal. I just don't think they've done anything impressive yet. 31 NFT Worlds. They built on the Minecraft server. You guys remember they just had all this FUD. Not FUD, true real news. I mean, fucking Minecraft said no to NFTs, and NFT Worlds was building on Minecraft. So they took a big fat L. So because of that risk, since we've seen multiple projects get basically rugged from their higher ups, essentially like with Fuzzy Felons, they had Disney sue them saying, hey, we don't like the fact that your art is basically Sesame Street with a gun. We can't have that happening. And the fact that they didn't check with legal and they didn't check with people, that leaves a sour taste in my mouth. With NFT Worlds, they took a massive risk building on Minecraft. I think that was great for the attention, great for a strong narrative. And I think at one point people would have put them at one of the top projects. But because of that one mistake, whether or not that was their fault or not, right now I give them a B- because I think they have a lot of room to grow and they're going to build their own thing. They've got a strong team. They made a lot of fucking money. I think they have room to run. I think they could get to that B+ category or A- category one day. So Rare, don't know enough about that. Fidenza's a lot of hype, a lot of art. It's contemporary art. I think it's just got a place because of where it's at. I'm going to give that a B. I don't know enough about it though. Next up, we have OK Bears. This project I really like, actually. I like the brand behind everything they're doing. I know their founder came out and said, hey, I've actually rugged a few projects, which is why I'm going to give this project a B. I think there's a lot of things they could do. I do think they have a very similar vibe to the Bored Apes. It's just one of those things you buy in because you like the vibe of the area, you like the vibe of the people in there. So that's my rating there. 36, we have Oni1 Force. You guys remember this is one of the OG projects. This is the one everyone thought would be Azuki, essentially, but they haven't done anything particularly impressive, so I'm going to give it a C. Mechaverse, C-. There's nothing to say there. Murakami Flower Seeds. This one has a lot of hype and attention because of Murakami, who he is. I think it's painfully overpriced, honestly. I think he's a great dude. I think he's cool or whatever, and it's a cool art piece to hold if you like Murakami. I'm just going to give it a B- because I don't think there's particularly that much room to run. There have to be something he does that just adds a lot of utility or value to it. 39, ENS, the Ethereum name servers. This is one of those things where you buy the name, it's kind of like buying the Instagram name to like Hi or something, and then someone pays you $1 million a few years later to do that. I think 99% of ENSs are going to be worth absolutely nothing. A small category of them will be worth something. So I'm going to give ENS a straight up B because it's right there in the middle. There's some people who are going to make $1 million off it and some people who are not going to make any money off of it. Next we have Zed Run. This one's tough for me because if they can do what they want to do and become that horse racing game, then they will be just astronomically successful. I don't know enough. Honestly, I think Game of Silks has a better chance of becoming the NFT horse racing type of game because they're actually built and they model the actual horse racing world in real life. And I've spoken to the founder, I've done a podcast with him, I've done a review of their project. I think that project is severely underrated, actually. I think their floor is like half an ETH or something like that. So I can't even give Zed Run a rating. I don't know enough. Adidas Originals in the Metaverse with the clothes and stuff for a certain project. I don't know enough to give that a proper rating, honestly. PXN, a lot of hype. C. Goblin Town, a lot of hype. I think they've done a great job managing that hype and managing the brand around it. I'm going to give them a B. There's just not enough information out there yet about them. Karafu, I don't understand why people love this project so much. I'm going to do a full breakdown of this project soon, but I can't give that a rating yet. Invisible Friends. This is a project that I thought did a good job managing expectations and stuff like that. Regardless of the hype, I think there was no way they could avoid that hype because of the way their art was so distinct, and they actually, created all this new sector of the market basically for this type of art. I think they did a cool job. I like Invisible Friends. I like that they don't promise stuff. I like that how they did it. I'm gonna give Invisible Friends a B. Hashmags, never heard of it. MFers, I'm gonna give that a B-. It's just, they're there for the hype. I think it's funny. I don't think it'll last in the next 5 years though. Curio Cards, I don't know enough about that project. Fluff World, I like Fluff World. I think Fluff World is properly rated because they are still at like a 3 ETH floor. Fluff World has a lot of things going for them. They've been building slowly. They've done a lot of things right. I like Fluff World. I'm actually going to give them an A-. Creature World. I like Creature World. I think they're cool. I think they got a cool idea. I think they got a cool artist, a good story. I think they're severely overhyped because of Gary Vee's support of the project. But I do like them. I'm going to give them a B-. They haven't done anything yet. They've just kind of been there and stuff, but I think they absolutely could. I think if they wanted to, they could propel themselves straight up. They just haven't done it yet. Fanta Bear, I don't know enough about them. Three Landers, I have done a review on this project. I like Three Landers. I really like their brand and everything that they're about, but they haven't done enough yet. I think they just got room to run, so I'm going to give them a B- for now. Never heard of Emblem Vault. Don't know. Cyberbrokers, I don't know enough about that project yet. I can't, sorry. I'll do a review on them. Cyberkong's ecosystem. This one's tough. Cyberkongs was the first of its kind to do all the things that they did. They had the banana token, huge success for a long time. The thing is with this project, a lot of rich people got in, a lot of big influencers got in to pump their own bags essentially and just made Cyberkongs who they were as far as the reputation. People look at Cyberkongs as a top tier project because of the people in it and what they said about it. So, since then, their banana token's worth nothing. So they're not really making any passive income. They are building and they have kind of been a leader and pioneer in this space. So because of that, I'm going to give them a B. I think they absolutely will and could get to an A category though. And I've spoken to the guys in the team there. I've done a podcast with them, so you can check that out if you want. Lost Poets, don't know enough about that. Lazy Lions, I honestly think Lazy Lions is one of the only PFP projects that's in that middle tier, like mid-tier blue chip category that has literally survived just because of who they are in this space. I have always liked Lazy Lions. For some reason, I've had this weird gut feeling with them. I don't know. I'm going to give them a B. I would probably give them a B- typically because just the fact that I haven't done anything. But for some reason, I want to give them a B. So I'm going to give them a B. Prime Ape Planet, don't know enough about it. Kaiju Kings, I'm going to be honest. I like this project, but I don't quite see why. I don't know why I like the project. I like them. I think they do some cool things here and there. I don't think they've done enough. Honestly, I'm going to give them a B-. They sort of just came out of nowhere. They utilized their brand and IP as far as being an Asian style project with Kaiju being Japanese for monster, but I don't think they've done enough to give anything more than a B-. Next up, we have Dogepound. I think Dogepound is really underrated. I think the Doge brand and IP is very strong. I think Dogepound is a sleeping giant in my opinion. I have a podcast coming up with John Lennon, the founder, coming up soon, but they've literally started an entire animal shelter in Africa. They're trying to do a lot of things. I feel like they're underrated still, but they haven't done anything crazy yet, so I'm gonna give them a B. Next, we have Deadfellows. I've done a podcast with the founder Betty before. I like Deadfellows, and they've done a great job with everything they're doing. I think they're building a strong brand. Now, they haven't done anything crazy yet, so I'm going to give them a B just because of where they're at currently. I think they have a lot of room to run, though. I think they could do very well. Creeps Genesis, never heard of it. Next, we have Alien Friends. I like everything that they did. I like that they dropped a 0.02 mid price. As far as that, though, like other than the hype and the name that they've been riding on for a while, I don't think they've done anything crazy that would warrant them anything over a B or a B minus. I'm going to give them a B. I like them. It's just one of those. I like the vibe. I like the culture around it. I like the people in there. Ringers by Dmitry Cherniak, never heard of it. 71 Axie Infinity. I'm going to give that a C. I think they were a pioneer in this space, but there was nothing about that project that was sustainable. Nothing about the project game that was fun, particularly on the fact that you could make some money. It was kind of just like a big pump and dump. My Crypto Heroes, never heard of it. Zipsy's Supernormal, never heard of it. Somnium Space VR, never heard of it. Cool Man's Universe, I think this project is also underrated. The only issue with Cool Man's Universe is that a large portion of his audience, the reason he's so famous, Coffee Man Dan, the founder, I did a podcast with him, by the way, is the fact that a lot of people in this project don't actually care about the story, and they didn't really watch him before he blew up. Part of the reason that Cool Man's became who they are is because people found out Gary Vee bought in, and I think the reason he bought in is because Danny's a fucking awesome dude. He's built such a strong brand, and I think they have a lot of room to run. They are one of the only projects with a brand that was built way before NFTs became a thing, and I think if any one of those mid-tier projects has a shot at becoming an actual household name, it could be Cool Man's Universe because of the show that they're working on. I think they're a very strong project. I'm going to give them a B. Psychedelic Anonymous, I think this project is really strong. I'm supposed to be doing a project with Voltura, the founder, soon. I'm about everything that they're about, and they've done a great job building that name, building the narrative. They've done everything that I would hope a project would do and harness with the brand they have behind the psychedelic part, behind the mental health space, and stuff like that. I'm going to give them an A-. I think they're a very strong project. Voxels, formerly Crypto Voxels, don't know enough about it. Metaverse Genesis, don't know enough about it. Vox Collectibles, I don't know that much about it. I think they're a strong project. You know, they're made by like Gala Games. They're strong. I don't know enough about them though. Worldwide Web Land, don't know enough about it. Punks Comic, don't know enough about it. Capsule House, don't know enough about it. Townstar, don't know enough about it. SupDucks, I like SupDucks. I think they've got a lot of room to run. I've done podcasts with two of the co-founders, Frankie and Stronk. I think their art is very classic and has a really, really cool vibe to it. Their community is ultra strong. They're similar to mine in the sense that there's no enhanced utility to it. It's just kind of like you fuck with the SupDucks, you're a SupDuck, you're a duck. It's one of those things. So I'm gonna give them a B. They haven't done anything crazy yet to give them anything other than a B. Next we have Gutter Cat Gang. I don't know enough about this project. It's kind of recently picked up, I feel like, and I need to do a review on them, so don't know yet. Life of Asuna, don't know enough about it. Sneaky Vampire Syndicate, I don't know why this project has so much hype around it. Honestly, I don't know enough about it. Wolf Game, I think this project is a bit overrated. I don't think it's that groundbreaking. I think the idea behind it is cool, but I'm gonna give this a B- until they do something crazy. There was a lot of hype around it. A lot of big players like Gary Vee, of course, backed it up. If Gary Vee hadn't said anything, I don't think this would even be on the board though. Next, Treeverse, I don't know enough about it. I gotta do a review on this one. 91 Atom Bomb Squad, I think this is an A-. I think this is a very slept on project. I actually minted these a long time ago. I don't have them anymore, but Atom Bomb Squad is a project and a street brand that's been around for a very long time. Very, very well known. I think this project will run. Damien Hirst, The Currency, don't know enough about it. Crypto Skulls, OG project. I think it's only on the board because Gary Vee said it's cool. Don't know enough about it though. Next we have Killer GF. I've done a podcast with the founder of Killer GF and of Uwu Crew. They're the same guy. His name is Kiwi. Really cool dude. OG in the space. Best friends with like Boy Yacht Club people. I think this project's really cool. They really lay in on that anime style project, but I don't know enough about Killer GF specifically, so I can't give it an actual rating. Murray by House, don't know enough about it. 888 Inner Circle, don't know enough about it. Neo Tokyo, oh, this one's tough. Neo Tokyo. This one's made by the great Alex Becker, the big video game connoisseur, the big e-commerce dude, big time YouTuber, huge influencer, probably the biggest in the entire space. I think for what it is, as far as a networking opportunity for all the biggest and baddest builders in the space, I think it's really cool. I think it's actually pretty slept on, to be honest. They haven't done anything yet, but I'm going to go ahead and assume that they are going to do a lot of things because his entire brand depends on it. It's kind of like a Gary Vee style project where he's trying to offer a lot of utility and reason to be in the project, and I wouldn't bet against Alex Becker, to be honest. I'm going to give Neo Tokyo a B. I think they absolutely will and can get to an A. Next, we have Imposters. I think this project is very strong. I believe in Elio Trades. I think he's a great dude. He's been around for a long time. He's built Super Farmed Out. OG in the crypto space, has a extraordinary list of contacts, I'm sure. He's been building this game for a long time. I think he understands video games. He's at the forefront. I give this project a B because they're just kind of starting out. We'll see where they go. I think they definitely could get to an A category, though. Next, we have Autoglyphs. Don't know enough about it. And lastly, Ragnarok Meta. Don't know enough about it. All right, fam, this could be a part 1. If you like this video, there's hundreds of other NFT projects. I literally just went to OpenSea and clicked top NFTs of all time, and that was the first 100 that came up. I forgot code words. My brain was toast at the end of this video. We made it to the very end. Code words, baller, shit. If you like this video, if you agree, if you disagree on stuff, let me know in the comments down below. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash like in this video. Subscribe to the channel for more NFT and business related content. If you're not already, follow me on Twitter. If you're not in my Discord down below in the description, you are only hurting yourself, fam. If you want to see more of me right now, click one of these boxes on the other side of me. Until next time, continue on your voyage. Continue to learn and be grateful for your life watching this video.